my show had value, and that 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 what I was doing had value.
So, joyless Reid just recently, late last month, got fired from MSNBC. She's known for her program, The Reid Out, from 2020 to 2025. Her constant race baiting, aggressive TDS, hateful rhetoric, which is ironic, and misinformation for the last 4 to 5 years have finally caught up with her. Many people find her insufferable. People think racism as a reason for cancellation, but it seems a few are missing the fact that her ratings have been plummeting. And MSNBC also had management changes, letting go of Rashida Jones, president, for 4 years and replacing her with Rebecca Cutler. A lot of major shakeup has been happening at MSNBC, and culling some of their lineup is one of those solutions. Here's Joy Reid on a podcast, and she broke down. It was too much for her to see her show go to shambles.
My show had value, and that that what I was doing had value.
I'm sorry. No one can feel sympathy for you. Your crying is not going to save you. It's not going to make people have any kind of remorse for your case. Your show definitely didn't have any value. Clearly, they cut it out for a reason. Your ratings went down, and you were just insufferable.
And value. And in the end, I'm sorry, I try not to cry on TV. And I think this is kind of like me on TV, so I apologize. And then it mattered. I see Karen is there, and she's been texting me as well. And so what I will just say is that in the end, thank you. Where I land is that the moment of guilt that I felt, that I went hard on so many issues, whether it was the Black Lives Matter issues of a young baby or a mom or a dad that was killed, or when we opened up people's eyes to the fact that Asian Americans were being targeted.
I really think she's just making things up. When was she ever there in support of Asian Americans getting targeted by as a matter of fact, these people that were harming them? I don't recall her ever batting an eye for that or saying anything.
And not just Black folks or went hard for immigrants who've done nothing but come to this country like my parents did.
Immigrants? You mean illegals? Yeah, they're doing something wrong. They're coming here illegally. They should be going through the proper channels to be citizens or go in a pathway to become citizens. They're not your normal immigrants. They forced themselves here and now they're getting kicked out. But there you are supporting them like something's wrong and that, this is the right thing to do. This is just silly.
And try to make a life and defended them. Or whether we've talked about what the president is doing that is subversive to the Constitution.
Subversive to the Constitution? I'm pretty sure the president has been following and has been utilizing the greater scope of his executive powers. Nothing in there is anything that remotely resembles him usurping more power than what he already has. And he follows the rules by the book, but it's just that Democrats are so hateful and vitriolic and they have great TDS that they just can't see it and they don't want to recognize what he's doing.
That is injurious to our liberty, defending books that people find inconvenient.
Books? You mean books with greater pornographic elements to them? Of course they're going to remove them. This is not something you want to put in kids' schools. This is just wrong. So it only makes sense. It's common sense that they remove them. But here you are defending them as if they're very scholarly in that regard, but they're inappropriate for children. She's just crazy on this stance, really.
That Nicole Hannah-Jones put into our spirit that we need to understand 1619 as the real founding of this country.
It's actually 1776 when United States declared itself independent from Great Britain. So that was our independence, really.
Whether it's talking about any of these issues, and yes, whether it's talking about Gaza and the fact that we as the American people have a right to object, to little babies being bombed. And where I come down on that is I'm not sorry.
Of course you're going to double down on this. It's not like you have anything else to lose. She just simply won't budge in this regard. And this is exactly why she got let go. This is why she got canned. She got fired.
I am not sorry that I stood up for those things, because those things are of God. And you know, I'm a church girl too.
You're a church girl. I'm not really going to delve into this too much. I'll let the Christians handle that one.
And those are the things that I was taught were of God. And so I'm not sorry. I'm just proud of my show.
Her firing also drew a lot of attentions. Here's Don Lemon also chiming in. He's really trying so hard considering that he got fired from CNN himself, and he's trying to stay relevant. So here he is with his response.
So let me just say to Megyn Kelly, in my 30-some years as a journalist and my 50-some years as a person of color, go fuck yourself. Okay? I usually don't like to talk about her because she's one of those people, she thrives on it. She has built the second part of her career on being a troll.
Attacking Megyn Kelly to try to get something stirring up. I mean, if you look at his channel, he really has nothing going on in there. He is stagnating. He just doesn't know or how to thrive in this new format that he's trying to inject himself in. Here's Megyn Kelly's response as well. This one is just perfect. It's just so funny how she reacts to this. It's crazy.
I saw in the news yesterday, Don Lemon was out there upset that I'm enjoying the Joy Reid termination, once again calling me nasty names. And really what's happening here is when one cannot generate light on one's self by oneself, they may find it fine just to bathe in the reflective light of someone else who actually is successful. That's what's really happening there. Don Lemon has no viewers. He has no listeners whatsoever. He has not been able to make it in the cable news world, where he was repeatedly demoted and then fired. He was fired 2 minutes after getting hired by Elon, which should have been a lifeline to him, but he was too stupid to actually take advantage of it. And now he's too stupid to actually make it in the digital lane. So he did the one thing that he could think of to do, which was get into the press by attacking me. And now he's gotten more ink than he's gotten in the past 4 years. But he's a sad, pathetic little man who actually cannot make it in business on his own. And really at this point, thoughts and prayers, Don. Hang in there.
Well, that'll be all for now, guys. So what do you thought of the video? Do you think Joy Reid being fired was the right thing to do? Or was it wrong? Sound off the comments below, guys. Later.